Well, howdy howdy. I am burning in my new Kni Co Alaskan stove. And this is why you burn them in before you put them in a tent. See that smoke all coming off of it? It's called off-gassing. All the little oils and random stuff that happens to be on that metal gets burnt off. And as you can see, you can't smell it, but it stinks. But as you can see, it's starting to go good. And I happen to have a wee bit of wood back there split, and a wee bit more there, and a wee bit more there. Oh, I'll get you in here maybe. Whoa. That does stay cool, which is good. We'll shut this down a little bit to get the flame to come towards the front here to burn off the oils on that door. I don't know, can you see how shiny that is in the door there? Oh. And I dropped this in the mud. Not the camera. This. That's the stovepipe in Fahrenheit. Let's see what the top of the stove says here. See about the side of the stove. Try the stovepipe down here by the damper. Yeah, it's probably not something you want to be touching. Let's see approximately where that seam right there, let me see, that seam right there is head height. I'm 5'8", so figure just above that maybe for the tent wall. Oh, where am I? There I am. You got about 105 degrees. And let's see what the top says. Holy cow, that sun is blaring on that pipe, and I didn't bring my sunglasses. Well, let's see what... I don't even know if I'm hitting it. Oh yeah. We'll try here. Yeah, it cools off pretty good up towards the top. That's probably why people have issues with the spark arrestor that comes with them in that little hood up there and that little hood up there. What I did is I cut out a section of the metal inside. Once I cool it all down, I'll take it apart and show you, because I like the rain hood up there. I like that, and then so I wanted to keep that, and that's part you'll see when I take it all apart. Otherwise, other people have went with just the mesh wire, you know, and stick that up there. Still off gassing, still burning good. I did not order the shelf for it, but I did get the false bottom, so I don't have to put sand or anything in there. And oh, much better. And I didn't get the shelf or the water tank because I don't think I'm going to need the water tank. It's nice, I suppose, if you're going to use it for a lot of stuff, but I make my cup of coffee and I put the pot right on there and boil a cup of water and add the coffee and I'm good to go. That's all I need. And let's see what after it's burning for a while, the top is 90% burned in. We're looking at about 600 degrees on the top there. And the side, almost 400 degrees. Let's see what the front shows now. There's a double wall up there, so down there. And this only goes up to 716 degrees. Let's see what the fire inside says. Oh yeah, it's 1000 degrees inside there. See the bottom of the stovepipe. Can you see that? There's the sun shade in the way. 650 for that. Center of the stove about 550. But as you can see, I don't have it stoked up. So not yet anyway. I'm gonna. So you got temperatures now of what that stove. This is the Kni Co Alaskan stove. And now you see what the temperatures run. Glare off my van there. Alright, catch up with you in a bit. Well, I'm back. As you can see, I got my sunglasses on this time. Got her all burned in. Been burning for about an hour now. And made myself a little makeshift side shelf. Just cut up a little cookie sheet, slid it into the slots, and put a 2x4 to hold up the other end. Hey, don't laugh. It works. Show you some temperatures here. I have the damper closed down a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Well, I gotta take my sunglasses off so I can see the screen. Got the damper closed down a little bit. Got the front closed down a little bit. That spring gets hot. And sticks. Gotta use my other hand. There. See, that's why it gets hot, because the flame's right up front. But I got it stoked up pretty good. And I have some not completely dry wood in there. Pipe is, you can see the stove, and then the pipe is leaning a little bit, but that's okay. Just and we'll shoot some temperatures now. The front of the stove, underneath that shield there, that's, I don't know if you can see it or not, but on that open part, see that little shield? That's to help keep the sparks from shooting back out there. And underneath there, see the temperatures inside there, yeah, on that. So the door gets about 120, 150, the top of it. Now the top of the stove, $700. The front of the stove, $300, $350. The chimney by the damper, $650. But now my little side shelf, $200. You come out there and it's $100. So that works pretty good. So far so good. Hope you enjoyed it. Little walkthrough of the Kni Co Alaskan stove. Well, good morning. It's the next day now. I left the stove sit out overnight. Took the chimney down because I didn't know how windy it was going to get tonight. But the chimney part did not get sooted up as bad as I thought it would. I got them stowed together here. I'm getting ready to do some walleye fishing too. But if you look in there, not real bad. But this is what I was talking about with the rain cap. See how that all gets sooted up, and see how I cut that out? And then the inside of the rain cap, so that seems to work. And this is what the inside here is left. Overall, it worked pretty good. Now, next is today, after I get back from trying to fish. I say trying to fish because I don't know if there's too much ice on the river yet or not. I drove across the bridge in town here yesterday and I saw the river was open there, but I don't know at the mouth if it's still open enough there to fish or if there's going to be too much ice coming down river. But geez, this morning with the light breeze and the cool air, the noise of the highway over there, holy cow. But anyway, after I get back from trying to fish, and if I can fish, if it's ice free enough, then I'm going to try to catch. But anyway, when I get back from that, I'm going to clean the stove out. I'm going to set up my Pomaly Hex Plus tent with the half liner, and I'm going to set the stove up in there. And get it set up and see how that works. I'm going to set it up right there in the yard. And that little opening there. If I have to, I'll move some of that wood, but I should be okay. Okay, that's my quick little update with the initial burn-in with the stove and why you should do that before you put it inside of a tent. And temperature ratings there. The main reason I did the temperature ratings because I got one of them fireplace fans that don't take electricity. You just set it on top of the fireplace and it's supposed to help move a little bit of air. They're nowhere near like a regular fan. They're just little fans that move a little bit of air. But I had it this morning on the stove and they say optimal range is 400 to 460, somewhere around there, and it moves the air inside the house 7-8 feet away from the heat source where the fan's sitting. So with all that in mind, after I get the initial big burn on the stove, right here is a good area that runs about 300 to 450, somewhere around there, and that'd be the optimal range for that fan. So I'm thinking I set that up, like I said, after I get it stoked up and it burns down a little bit. I'm going to put that fan on there to move a little bit of air inside that tent to blow it into that half liner. I'll show you once it's all set up, see what you think. Okay, catch up with you later. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something.